Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to Beer Splaining. I am Beer Snob Esquire,
And I'm Hoppy Hippo.
and
Today, we are going to be reviewing Frog on Bicycle, which is literally a picture of a frog on a OG bicycle. This is a Juicy IPA from Gilman Brewing. We picked this up at their Pleasanton facility. It's brand new.
brand new.
Really nice.
We
One day we'll go in.
Yes, maybe we'll be able to go inside things.
What I could see from the open window was really nice.
The chandelier looked nice.
Chandeliers looked great. They do have 3 other locations. One in Berkeley on Gilman Street, which is their primary production facility, as well as their first facility. And then they open up another one in Daly City after that. I think primarily because the owner lives in Daly City.
I would do that.
So there's another one there as well. So you should be able to pick this beer up now from any of their 3 locations if it sounds like it's a great beer to you. So I already poured myself a little bit here so we can get a nice picture of the pour here. My man Beer Snob's going to pour himself some right here.
Mine, yeah. I like the bicycle. I've
good.
always
It's
wanted
good.
to ride one of those old school bicycles. I just don't know if I would not fall over. You know what I mean?
You know, it's hard to say. Like, balance is a tricky thing. I mean, I tried rollerblading for a while. It didn't work for me. It turns out I broke my ass one day. It's not great.
Really?
Well, I have
Actually,
bad
okay.
ankles. I have bad ankles. Yeah.
I have
It turns
bad
out
ankles, too.
rollerblading with bad ankles is really hard. So, go figure. So let's talk about Frog on a Bicycle. What is it supposed to say? First of all, it is a 6.5%. It was on here somewhere. Yeah, 6.5% alcohol by volume. Here is the description, you guys. This is great. Mr. Froggy had himself a little bit too much swamp juice. And next thing you know, he's wearing a funny hat and pedaling a unicycle. This juicy version of a West Coast style IPA might have you doing the same thing. Super light, crisp body, tropical and juicy, with an inappropriately large amount of Motueka, Mosaic, and Simcoe.
Ooh.
Best enjoyed while wearing a bowler and pedaling an old-timey bicycle. Keep it smooth, Mr. Froggy. Keep it smooth. Unfortunately, we don't have an old-school unicycle or a bowler.
I've always wanted a bowler.
Or a bowler.
I've always wanted a bowler, but my wife and kids said they look stupid on me.
Because if we had a bowler or an old-school unicycle, we would just stop the video and we do like a jump cut to us in bowlers and on unicycles, because it'd be dope. We don't have this though. Sorry, guys. We're just gonna
Maybe we can have someone pop a bowler on our heads.
Yeah, a little Snapchat style bowler filter.
Yep.
Great. So I have no idea what to expect from this. West Coast are typically kind of crisp, kind of clean, but a juicy West Coast.
Well,
just because of the Motueka.
The hops are less West Coast hops. They tend to be more. They are the more fruity hops. Simcoe's.
Mosaic and Simcoe are pretty standard.
Mosaic,
like literally all of the beers.
Yeah, but you don't normally do a big bill of those because they do tend to be more citrusy than they are piney.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
That's
So
fair.
and I think that's what they're talking about. First of all, that's one of the best beer can descriptions we've read.
It's pretty funny. It's funny. Keep it smooth,
solid.
Mr. Froggy.
Keep it smooth, Mr. Froggy. Yep. So I do think we should get a lot of the fruity aromatics and a lot of fruity flavors from it, which is where I think the juicy is coming from. At least I hope. But we'll find out.
I mean, I've read a lot of beers that talk about there. It's a juicy this or a juicy that, and usually they talk about a juicy on a West Coast. Like, it doesn't quite get there most of the time. It just
I agree. I agree.
Unlike on some hazy ones where they call it juicy, and then it's just like, is this even beer? It's just like alcoholic orange juice.
Pretty much.
Which I'm not against. Don't get me wrong. But all right, let's smell it. Oh, it smells great. It smells so good.
This smells amazing.
Super good.
Amazing.
Super good.
If it tastes anything like it smells, I am really sad.
This is like a 9 on smell.
Oh no, yeah. This might be.
It's fucking good.
Oh, this might get a 10 from me.
Oh, this is great. This smells great.
So good.
It looks good too. Honestly, for West Coast, it looks perfect.
Yeah, I like a little unfiltered, right? It's not truly a hazy, which is not what we want. I love the color. I love the smell. Oh,
all right,
wow.
Cheers. Let's drink this bad boy
Cheers.
right here.
Oh, please, please.
So I think the description is okay. I think that it does come through juicy as opposed to West Coasty. I think it's very good, actually. The smell is better than the taste, but that's because the smell is super great for me. The taste is definitely above average, I think. I think it's a pretty good taste. I think it is. This feels like
The one thing I'm getting out of it is the longer you let it linger, the flavors are coming through. If you're throwing this thing back, you're missing out on the flavors. As I sip it and then let it sit, the hops are really competing in my mouth and giving me a really good flavors across the board. It's better. The aftertaste is better than the flavor. That's what I would say. The aftertaste is there. It's wonderful. It's just not. When you smell this,
It does have a great aftertaste. The aftertaste is top notch on
yes, it's just that initial burst of flavor that's not quite what I had hoped for from the aromas. I agree with you. This is a
probably-
4.25.
Like out of 10, like the flavor itself on its own is probably 8 though, honestly. It's just the smell is so good. Like I think this is a great beer.
This is again, I'm disappointed we only bought 4.
Really good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's got that West Coast feel, like the mouthfeel feels very
I
West
agree.
Coasty.
I agree.
Which
No,
is nice.
It's, and again too, it's not super citrusy. It's not the hazy IPA.
It's not
citrus.
orange juicy or
yes,
grapefruit juicy.
yes.
It's just sort of like probably the Motueka hops and maybe the Simcoe sort of give you like
I'm getting a lot of the
a juicy sort of
Yep.
vibe without actually being like you're drinking an OJ or
Right.
one of the other juices.
Yep.
This is fantastic.
Yes, this is. I will say this is probably my favorite beer that Gilman makes.
It's probably pretty close, honestly. I've had a lot of their beers, and I think this might actually.
This might be my
this is
favorite
top
one. that
notch
they-
here.
But this is yeah.
I mean, I really enjoyed the cucumber sour earlier, but
Mr. Froggy is a win.
yeah,
I'll just say
for
that.
sure. Yeah, seriously, solid respect to Frog on a Bicycle, for the can art, for the description, and frankly for the beer.
Yeah. Yes.
Thanks for. We're sending you home with one too as a guest guest package. Don't
I
worry.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it's me and your gift.
But that's the
basket.
disappointing part is we only have one each.
You can have both if you want. I gave
That's
one to
okay.
Son. I
That's
don't care.
okay.
I have so much beer.
No. Like we both get one to someone.
My beer is nuts. So
This is really good.
no, it's great. It's really good.
This is really good.
I wish I had more to say. Like I wish I could call out specific notes beyond sort of like just juicy or whatever. Like
No,
sometimes
no,
I
it's-
listen to beer reviews and they're just like, you get some caramel notes and you get some nuttiness or
But
like
you
cigar
don't-
berries. They're like, and you taste some wood cedar. And you're just like, dude, what?
No, we're getting. I'm getting.
I get all the flavors I want to get out of this.
I am
stuff. Like,
getting the
everything I want.
hops. I'm getting the hops that I want out of it. You shouldn't get a whole lot of other flavors in an IPA. You don't want the malt
Yeah.
getting in the way. You don't
Right.
want adjuncts getting in the way. And even unless you're getting a hazy, you don't want a whole lot of the cloudiness getting in the way. This is just. If you draw up a juicy IPA, I think you're getting this.
Yeah, this is a top notch. Like
This
it lives up
is
to the billing and it's top.
100%, 100% what the can says it is, and like I said, probably my favorite beer that Gilman makes. So I'm gonna
Seems
kill
fair.
this thing.
Yeah, seems fair. Seems fair. All right, well, so that's going to wrap this one up. Shane done killed his. So, cheers. Thanks for joining us. Once again, this is Gilman. We loved it. Berkeley, Pleasanton, and Daly City. You can check them out online. They might ship. I'm honestly not sure. But they're good. They're cool people.
They're good people. Good. This is a good beer.
So, cheers. Hopefully, you
Cheers.
watched this and encouraged you to go have a beer. Have a good day.